Light heavyweight bout, Magomed Gadzhiyasulov. That was a beautiful pronunciation. At minus 800 against Jose Medina, coming in at plus 425. Big favorite for Magomed, undefeated, 7-0, 29 years of age, 6'3", and he's going up against Medina, who's 32 years of age, 5-0 in his last 5, 11-2 in his professional career. I mean, we're getting a lopsided number here, so it's not going to say anything crazy if you're going with the favorite. But watching Magomed Gadzhiyasulov, it's not like anything. Like, I wasn't super impressed watching him fight based on the film. He's even got one of those flags on his Tapology record to be like, this bout has been flagged by Tapology for potential issues with legitimacy. So that's always a red flag. I just don't really think there's any value in taking Gadzhiyasulov at minus 800. Maybe you look for an over-under. Medina didn't really impress me either watching his film, so it's not like I can get super invested in an underdog like this. His last win was a split decision against Fernando Filio, who holds a professional record of 4-4. So, yeah, I don't know. This isn't like one that I'm super dialed in on as far as a betting perspective goes, because the line's so big. I don't really like either side all that much. So we'll see what the over-under looks like, but Gadzhiyazulov's going to be the pick for me. What are you thinking?
Yeah, the line just makes it so uninteresting to me. I mean, Magomed, he's super tall, he's long, and it shows like a 205 compared to some guys he's fought. Like, he looks bigger than 6'3" in there.
Yeah.
Like, he looks really, really big. And he's always been the better athlete than the other guys he's fought. I mean, you look at his record, his last opponent was 11-4. So that was a good opponent. Before that, man, he's fighting dudes who are 2-1, 0-0, has the fight that, record ineligible because, problems with legitimacy, and then fighting guys that are 0-3, 1-2. Like, it's just not a good look, especially coming from Russia. Like, those dudes have been known to pad records and fight these guys that aren't that good. So I'm interested to see what happens when he goes in there and he can't put his opponent down with that first big shot, or he can't find that first trip and do work from top position. Because Jose Medina, there's some stuff I like about him, but I mean, he does defend the takedowns decently well against the opponents he's fought. He'll land trips of his own. He's pretty vicious on top with the elbows and the ground and pound. But he does get hit a little bit on the feet and he gets backed up. I feel like he's always fighting from his back foot. He's always backing up. And he's not the most aggressive fighter when the fight is on the feet in boxing range. So I don't really like that against him, against the guy who's tall and long and who has decent striking and who is a good athlete. But there's a chance Medina, like, if he does connect, I guarantee you Magomed's never been hit by a guy like that at his level, because Magomed never gets hit. So it's interesting, man. It is interesting. For the pick, you got to take Magomed, if you're just picking a fight at minus 800. But betting-wise, probably staying away. But if you are putting anything on anybody, I think it has to be the dog here.
Based on the film, I saw like Jose, if he can get in control and he can be on top, he can do some work there. But if he's on his back, he's tough for him to get out of that spot. Like, his fight against Tony Gordillo was a loss by decision. He got kind of grappled up in that one, just kind of out-muscled. If Jose wants to win this, I guess he could try to catch him, but it's probably more beneficial to try to like look for some control time on top. Going against a Magomed, it's not really something that's you're probably going to see. But yeah, it's an uphill battle for Jose, in my opinion. So got to go with Gadzhiyasulov.